This is satire. What happens if we actually believe inflation is good? Higher prices mean that you can buy less. Your fridge gets emptier, just like your stomach. And if you cannot afford to buy food, you have no choice but to fast. Congratulations, you are now on the government diet. Side effects may include democratized hunger. Forget the Weight Watchers, we've got inflation watchers. And I know that most of you will agree with my ideas, but for those who disagree, I've got some even better ones. So, to offset the effects of the wonderful inflation, you could form so-called inflation families. Find a group of people who share your hatred. Move into the same apartment and pool your money. And now, the 5 of you will have the same buying power as the grandmother in the 70s. And the dollar may lose its value, but you will certainly gain some new friends, and isn't that worth more than any paycheck? So, what if the prices keep rising? What if you cannot afford bread anymore? Well, the solution is simple. Bring in more people. Some may have to sleep in a hallway, others in the kitchen, but nothing bonds people as much as fighting for the bathroom. So, couples are especially useful as they can share a bed. I mean, that's right, 2 for the price of 1. And if the living space gets really tight, you might have to get creative, you know? You could try to cram some people into the closet or stack people on top of each other, you know? The heaviest at the bottom, the lightest on the top. I call it the Jenga of poverty. And we can even solve the housing crisis, you know? If we can cram more people into a room, we can cram more people into a city. If we can cram more people into a city, we can cram more people into the country. And once the country gets too expensive, the poor just have to move out. So, in the end, inflation doesn't just shrink our wallets, it unites us, you know? 6 to a room, 12 to a city block, one giant family, all starving together. Isn't that beautiful? About inflation, you know, the rising prices. Inflation, inflation, inflation. And at this point, even the water itself is inflating. So, what do we do now? Nothing.